In this video, we're going to be working on Activity 4.3, your map for next semester. Once you've downloaded the next semester map from Moodle, you can open it in Excel and it will look like this. What you'll want to do is go ahead and fill out the parts that are relevant. So, what is your program of study? Remember from our previous video, the example is psychology. Then, put your intended university for transfer. In the example, it was UNC Chapel Hill. The transfer guide URL. So you can copy your URL for the transfer guide here or attach it as a PDF along with your annotated curriculum. And finally, what is your degree at RCC? This was the curriculum that we pulled up in the previous video based on the information in self-service. Then we're going to decide if we are taking courses in summer or if we are waiting until fall to take the next set of courses. In the example, we're going to be looking at fall of 2026. So the current semester is spring of 2026, and then we will have summer of 2026, and then we start the next school year with fall 26, moving into spring 27 and summer 27, and then the following academic year then will be fall of 27 to spring of 28 and summer of 28. But most people will have graduated by that spring of 28 based on a full-time course load. If you are not full-time, still in high school, or anything of that nature where you wouldn't typically be taking a full-time course load at RCC, for the Module 4 activities, go ahead and plan as if you are starting in the fall with the intent to graduate by spring of 2028 with a full-time course load. Now that we know what our next semester of coursework is going to be, we'll move back into the annotation and start deciding when we're going to take each of our courses. There are some important things to note when you are selecting when to take your courses. We're first going to record every class we are currently taking now in the spring 2026 semester. This will include ACA-122 for everyone. Then you can go into your progress page to see what other courses you are currently enrolled in their course code. Our example student is also currently enrolled in English 111, History 131, and Communications 120. After you have noted all of the courses you are currently enrolled in this semester, you're going to plan for your next semester. Remember, in the example, it's going to be fall. As we decide which courses we're going to take in which semesters, there are some important things to keep in mind. These are when courses are available and the prerequisite requirements for each course. Go through your list of courses that you plan to take and find out which ones have a prerequisite so you can ensure that you have enough time to take every course in that sequence. Check and see if any of your courses have a prerequisite requirement and make a note of that so you can put them in order correctly. In this example, we're taking English 111 right now, but if we look at our English courses, you will see that English 111 is followed by English 112, where you must take English 111 before English 112. And then if we look at our final English course, English 241, for English 241, you must complete English 112. So this is a sequence where we have to take English 111, then English 112, then English 241. So you don't want to wait until your last semester to start taking English classes, or else you won't have enough time to get to that last high-level English course. You should also note when courses are available. To do this, you will pull up that course in the course catalog on self-service and find out which semesters it's available. Check all of your classes and the available semesters and determine which courses you are going to be taking in the next semester. For the example student, we are going to be taking English 112, Biology 111. If we look at the biology course, you'll note that Biology 111 is only available in the fall semester, so I need to take that in one of my fall semesters during my course planning. In the fall, for the example, we will also take Spanish 1. You'll notice that Spanish has 3 courses in a sequence. I want to make sure that I start taking Spanish early enough to be able to finish all of these courses by the end of my 2-year program. Spanish 111 is offered every semester, Spanish 112 is offered in fall and spring, and Spanish 211 doesn't have any availability listed on the course catalog. So if this happens, what you can do is click on the available sections and see when it tends to be offered. So it looks like this course was offered in the spring, in the fall, and is being offered again in the fall. So I want to be able to take that course in a fall semester, which means I need to start taking Spanish now. So our example student will be taking Spanish 111 in the fall. We will also take Psychology 150 in the fall, and that gives us a full load of courses. We have 3 credits from Spanish, 4 credits from biology, 3 credits from psychology, and 3 credits from English, which gives us 13 credit hours. 12 hours is the minimum for a full-time load. You will find that you may need to take more classes in one semester to finish your degree program in time. Once you have decided which courses you are going to be taking in the fall semester, go back to your 4.3 map and enter all of the courses that you plan to take and how many credit hours they are. You'll be using the course name and number for this activity. For example, with English 112, you're going to put both the course and the number, and then the number of credit hours is 3. So you will go down your list, fill this out, tally up your total number of credit hours for the semester, and submit this for Project 4.3.